What's next for Westbrook? That's the only question in OKC now that KD has left. Up now on ESPN.com is an article written by Thunder reporter Royce Young that describes a hurt, a frustrated, and a quiet, and that's the key word there, a quiet Russell Westbrook, who has been forced into free agency essentially a year early. What will he do? As of now, no one knows. However, we welcome in Royce Young on SportsCenter Coast to Coast. Thank you for being here. Royce, there has been no word from Westbrook since Durant made the decision to leave. Tell us what you've heard about Westbrook's reaction.
Well, Carrie, Russell Westbrook, he had a dinner with Kevin Durant in Los Angeles with Nick Collison, the two longest tenured teammates that he has. They sat down and they had a deep conversation. It kind of, what I was told, it really reflected their relationship that they had built over the last 8 years. And Russell Westbrook effectively watched Kevin Durant leave that meeting and felt like the chances were really strong that he was going to return. Westbrook kind of put himself out there, really kind of opened up to talk to Durant. They covered a number of topics. And then when Durant left to go to the Warriors, not only did Russell Westbrook feel hurt by that, but he was also hurt by the fact that Durant didn't even call and personally tell him. Now, I know that Kevin Durant actually said during his introductory press conference with the Golden State Warriors that he and Westbrook had talked, but I'm told that they have not spoken since Durant made his decision. And so Russell Westbrook was kind of left to find out that Kevin Durant was leaving the Thunder, just like all of us, everybody else did on the Players Tribune. And that really kind of, I think, deeply cut into Russell Westbrook.
Okay, so if you're saying that he and Russell Westbrook have not spoken, Russell Westbrook quiet on all forms of social media. We haven't heard much about his thoughts on his decision to stay in OKC. But how will Durant's departure affect him actually being in the team or with the team?
Well, Carrie, there's no question about it that the organization itself has been put in a position here where they need a commitment from Russell Westbrook. And they spent all season long hearing Kevin Durant say the right things, do the right things. All indications led them to believe that Kevin Durant was going to return. Even a week before Kevin Durant took off to the Hamptons, I was told that he was in Oklahoma City seriously looking at multi-million-dollar houses to buy. So then everything turned really quickly, and he left to go to the Golden State Warriors. They don't want to be in that position again, and Russell Westbrook understands how damaging to the organization it was, and so he kind of feels it's his responsibility to pull away, take time to himself, evaluate his options. The Thunder have put, or will put, an extension offer on the table for Russell Westbrook, and they need him to basically let actions speak louder than words. They don't want him to tell them that he wants to stay. They want him to show them that he's willing to commit for the long term, and if he doesn't, then they're going to have to look at their next option, which would likely be to trade him.
Which is why we said earlier he essentially is in free agency now because they want him to make a decision. It would be nice if he made a decision. So he is now the star of the team. That is his team with KD gone. What do they do, and by they I mean Oklahoma City, what do they do in terms of making the deal more attractive? Who are they trying to go after to say, Westbrook, we have some ideas in mind. These are the players we can have here for you to help you make this team a serious contender?
Well, in the present moment, they're paralyzed. They can't do anything until they get an answer from Russell Westbrook. So and plus the free agent market's been completely diluted. So it's not like they can go out there and sign Mo Harkless and say, look, we got you, Mo Harkless. Don't you want to re-sign for us with the long term? What they can do and what they're planning on doing is keeping their options open for next summer so that they can present to Russell Westbrook, look, we can get to max level cap space next summer and we can make it an attractive destination to maybe add another superstar in with you. The player that I think the Thunder are circling and that I've heard that they've got their mindset on is Blake Griffin because for the first part, not many free agents are attracted to the market of Oklahoma City, let's be honest here. But if there is one that would be possibly attracted to it, it's Blake Griffin, who played at the University of Oklahoma, who grew up in the Oklahoma City area. Maybe they could sell him on coming back home, teaming up with Russell Westbrook and Steven Adams, and building a strong contending type of team. But outside of that, the Thunder are just trying to get to where they have enough options where they can say to Russell Westbrook, we can add to this team, but before we can do anything at this point, we have to have a commitment from you long-term to stabilize us.
All right, Royce Young, your piece is up on ESPN.com right now. It's extremely interesting and extremely detailed. I encourage you to head over there and read it. Thank you for joining us here on SportsCenter Coast to Coast.